welcome to the Truvisionaries 2026, where I am delighted to be joined by Lisa Rhodes. Lisa, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you, Liam. How are you?
I'm very well. It's great to see you. Thank you for agreeing to be part of this. Lisa, let's dive into our 3 questions. Tell us, how and why did you get started in short-term rental?
I got started very young, 22, property investor. Dad's advice, get into property, you can't lose money on property. And in 2003, decided to expand the property portfolio to include short-term rentals, specifically off-plan properties in Cyprus. And that's how I kind of started in short-term rentals. And then, lo and behold, identified an opportunity in the market to go and offer services to other investors like myself who needed property management and rental support services in Cyprus. And that's kind of where my journey started.
Fantastic. And tell us, with that wealth of experience that you have, and especially how we know your career has developed since then, right? Where you're coaching and providing advice and support to other entrepreneurs. What's the one thing that most hosts are not doing, which they should start doing today?
I would say they're probably not building their own unique brand, and they don't have a strong visibility strategy in a very crowded marketplace at the moment. Everybody gets focused on just kind of getting, bookings, but they're not realizing that relying on the OTAs is not really the strategy that they're going to need going forward. And I think they need a stronger visibility strategy.
Yeah, interesting. Tell us, what would be the first thing about that visibility strategy you would do if you were speaking to someone who you're working with and trying to support?
The first thing I would do is try and understand what their unique positioning in a very busy market is. Who are they really ideally positioned for? What is it about them that makes them interesting, unique and compelling to work with or to book with? Get that piece right first, rather than just chucking stuff out there and being the same as everybody else, because that just doesn't work. That just dilutes everything, and it does not attract the right landlords, the right properties, or the right guests.
You realised there was a wider audience interested in learning about these types of things?
Yeah, well, if I go back before I got into short-term rentals, I had a marketing agency. So my marketing background goes way before being in short-term rentals. So, I bring my marketing experience to the mix, if you like, as a consultant and an educator as I am now. And I look at things very holistically and very strategically. So I don't just look at one part of someone's business. I look at the whole thing. Where are you today? Where do you want to be? What's your exit strategy? What's your growth plan? And how are you going to make that happen? Because scaling a business is not easy. And you can scale it really badly, or you can scale it really well. So in terms of my consultancy business and what I do now, that's what I do. I very holistically work with women in short-term rental property management to help them to build a sustainable, profitable business with a strong exit strategy at the end of it, which is what I did with mine.
And where did it start for you that you also wanted to focus on women in the industry?
Well, initially I didn't just focus on women. In fact, I do still have clients who are not women, men specifically, but I recognize that there are a lot of women out there doing a great job. They're very good at what they do, but they're not very good at telling people what they do. They're not very good at that visibility piece. They're not getting up on stage, sharing their experience, their knowledge and their business journey. They're not being part of the narrative that we need, a rounded narrative in our sector. They're not attracting the investment to grow their business in the same way as, sadly, a lot of men-led businesses are getting that investment. And that really frustrated me that I didn't see enough women in those spaces. So I wanted to do something about it. So the Women in Short-Term Rentals community was really built on the back of that. That mission is my mission, is to get women to be part of that narrative, to be on those stages, to get that growth journey that is open to a lot of male-led businesses that sadly still isn't open to a lot of women. Yeah, and that's really what we're doing. So we've got a membership of about 600 women at the moment in our community, which is fantastic in only a year.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's fantastic. I love it. Great. And look, tell us, as an industry, where do you think we're heading this year and beyond?
I hope that we are going to be more streamlined. I hope we're going to be more professional. I hope that we are going to get rid of the bad actors in our sector. And I hope that we are going to make better decisions about, elevating our industry so that people see it as a professional industry. That's where I'd like to think we're going. Yes, there's a bit of chaos going on out there at the moment. It is a bit of the Wild West. There is a lot of uncertainty, but I'm a great positive believer that even in a mix of uncertainty, there's an opportunity for those people who want to do it really well.
Amazing. Lisa, thank you so much.